Better view, guys. I decided to take the backside and get a little bit closer just for y'all. How's that sound? Okay? Alright? They're gearing up. What is it you don't understand? I go out and get my hands dirty. Why? Because the Lord compels me to do so. It's not what I want. It's what the Lord wants me to do for you. Now, I'm going to do something that is very hard for other people to do. I'm going to say to Richie from Boston, God told me I was wrong going on your channel. God told me I was wrong for saying anything at all. Shouldn't have said nothing. But it's not like it hurts me any. But it hurts God. Because he doesn't want to see the fighting and the arguing. So, with that note being said, I do agree you're bringing awareness, Richie, to certain situations, but you have to wake up to this Planet X thing, brother. It's not some bull crap. I go out, I take and risk my own life. Risk my own life in going to jail or possibly even getting killed. And I'm sure you risk your own life too by reporting these things about these chemtrails. But I'm asking these questions to the cops about deep state, state army, and they wouldn't answer. But I got in trouble. They trumped up a harassment charge. So, but I beat it. I beat it because my lawyer called me today and told me not to worry about it. Now, the main thing is, when I talk to my lawyer about deep state, my lawyer tells me, this is what, this is a garbage facility. So my lawyer tells me that deep state is a bunch of bull hockey, and he researched it himself, lots of research, and he found out it's bull. I said, well, number one, why would you even have researched it if you thought it was bull? And why are you so mad? And he looks at me and he says, what's this got to do with your case? I said, nothing. He says, okay, have a nice day. So he tells me deep state is fake. It's just a bunch of Looney Tunes on the internet. But now Fox News just did a topic yesterday about deep state and what its meaning is. And now I have full understanding. It's people that are deep in the government, that are unknown, people that are low line, like lawyers, hint, hint, that are in on trying to take down, they're colluding against the Trump campaign, the president, to take him out of office. That's what deep state is. I found it awfully odd that my lawyer got very mad and angry when I mentioned it. So, with that being said, now we know what they're doing. But I made a mention of the railroad tracks, that they were fixing up the railroad tracks. Now, power went out last night because my power strips were all off in the house. And funny thing is a new Keurig coffee maker that brews a pot of coffee or however, it still had the time on it. And I started thinking, I said, oh wait, that's right. They're putting computer chips in them with memory, so if they do lose power and it comes back on, that's one of the special features. It programs the time back into it. So you do see where I'm going with this. You would never know if your power went out if you have technology you have technology all throughout your house and you don't have anything old like a microwave that doesn't have computerized chips of memory, you would notice nothing. And the power, I've been noticing, only goes off at night. It's like they're testing it, kind of like the e-cigarette when it was blowing up in people's pockets. And then all of a sudden that stopped. And then cell phones, those started blowing up. And then all of a sudden that stopped. And then laptops started blowing up. And then all of a sudden that stopped. And now nobody talks about that anymore. They were testing out their devices, their technology. So when the day comes and they push that button, I understand what God says when he says, "Do not abandon your post until it's time." It's not going to be an earthquake that's going to shake the houses down. They're going to force an earthquake with their technology, and they're going to flick a button and it's going to fry all the wires in every wall of your house, and they're all going to go up in flames at once. That's why God tells you, abandon your post when the time comes and grab nothing, and do not go back. Go to the field. Because what's going to happen is if you go into the woods, the trees are going to fall down from the earthquake. Hard self. But, I mean, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible to explain without scaring anybody, because, and I understand a lot, you know, I've heard a lot of people say fear porn and fear mongering. Listen, that's not what it's about. Some people need fear because I can't just sugarcoat something for you. This is not a sugarcoatable time anymore, because if I sugarcoat it, you're just going to be like, oh, yeah, he's nuts. Or you're not really going to heed the warning. I'm trying to tell you, it is almost time. We just had a volcano go off in Russia. 40,000 feet, plumes of ash and smoke. And it's supposed to go 31 miles. The air will take it 31 miles to the city. I forgot what the name of the city was, but Paul Bagley did a topic on it just a little while ago. And it's very dangerous for your health. So if you don't think that they ain't trying to pollute our waters, Richie, you're right. They are destroying our food. They are destroying our waters. That's why they're making genetically modified foods. That's why they're growing animals and food in laboratories and buildings. Because when the shit hits the fan and you got to go to FEMA camps, they're going to make everybody switch over to the new biometric ID for the short time that it's going to be there. For instance, I want to show you something. How's that for predictive programming, that triangle? You walk by it looking straight and you never look down, but the bottom of your eye sees it. See what I'm saying? It's a subliminal thing. Alright? It's an indirect subliminal message to your cerebral cortex. And it picks it up. And I understand what people are talking about with the black mirrors. Okay? And the